I think really important, and I think it's not discussed or talked about enough. I think, and you'll realise it yourself when you start working, in terms of when, you know, everybody has a manager, and in terms of the quality of that relationship and the quality of your perceptions of that manager does come back to their ability to manage. And, you know, whether you're, and I think, you know, those managerial skills and the ability to deal with people start actually very early, from whether it's just operating on the same level and you're maybe co-teaching courses. So you have to actually, how do you get on with another person who you may not necessarily want to teach with? So I think there's that side of thing, but also equally, I think, in terms of, you know, your communication skills, you know, you're going to end up communicating to different audiences. So, you know, during your PhD, you're probably very focused on this, maybe on your discipline specific, you're very focused on just your narrow area, but increasingly we're talking an awful lot about impact and having to engage with external stakeholders. That often is a different type of communication. So again, understanding what those skills are and building up those skills, and equally the idea of management, you will end up taking on more responsibility, whether that is literally just managing a project. You're going to have to manage the resource for that project, potentially manage research assistants, PhD students, to obviously maybe moving through time where you're taking on heads of department, head of school roles, where you're having to manage people and line manage people. So I think, you know, it's not, you do have to kind of consider what types of skills am I developing. So you are actually, if all you're doing is your PhD, you are managing yourself. You're managing a piece of research which will be made up of constituent parts. So I think, you know, I think it is useful to reflect on what are those softer, more transferable skills that you're getting from the PhD, whether it's communication skills, project management, and so forth. I think it's often undersold, because if you decide that academia isn't for you, there are actual opportunities that we probably necessarily don't think about, because we haven't thought about the actual transferable elements of what you have actually gathered from your PhD experience, because you focus primarily on just your subject expertise.